If you're trying to learn how to make manga, these are some of the best resources I've found on my manga quest. These Mangaka's Journey videos are incredible by YH Otaku, and they've really changed my life. I mean, watching these definitely made me want to try to become a manga artist. Ben by my favorite mangaka Naoki Urasawa is a series where he goes around and it's basically documentaries of a bunch of different manga makers. So informative, great information. You kind of got to hunt for these because they're always like disappearing off YouTube and stuff, but just search up Ben, Naoki Urasawa, and NHK World Japan has a couple of the episodes as they come out, so there's only about like 3 on there for some reason, but they're in English there. Remember to auto-generate your subtitles to English to watch these. This should be an obvious one, but Manga Decks, there's so many series, so it's really cool to just find a creator you like and then see all the series they've made and like check out their influences and just to go through a bunch of different styles. So right now I'm going to show you stuff that you can get in Barnes & Noble or order from Barnes & Noble. A lot of it I got and then like I never saw again, so. This is a common one by the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Manga in Theory and Practice. There's so much critical information in this one and it should definitely be studied. It's important because it talks about the philosophy of making manga and the strategies used, like how a story should always be rising, or talking about the story structure, Kisho Tenketsu, which you should remember and know if you're making manga. That is the story form that like almost every popular shonen manga follows. There's a reason why comics, American comics and manga are different, is because they follow different sciences. Another piece of great information, the Shonen Jump Guide to Making Manga has a ton of interviews with mangakas from Shonen Jump, which I mean, you never get information like this. So, and it tells like exactly how to make manga. So another great book, definitely pick it up. This is another just amazing book that just came out called Dr. Masahito's Ultimate Manga Techniques. And it's by the editor of Dragon Ball. So, I mean, I think he worked up to like the Cell Saga. I'm not sure. But anyway, I mean, it's laid out perfectly. It's amazing. He also worked on Video Girl Eye and Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai. So, I mean, he knows how to make hits. And he knows what he's talking about. Definitely read this book. Junji Ito put out his autobiography, Uncanny. Find that. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. I read it. I have it here somewhere. I can't find it. 100 Manga Artists. Now, this is a great resource for learning about mangakas as well. It has short little descriptions and shows their art styles. I learned about a lot of cool manga through this book. And another great one. These are all Barnes & Noble, by the way. These ones that I'm showing you right now. A History of Modern Manga. This book is nuts. I mean, it goes like year by year through manga and anime's like history. And there, you just learn so much, and you want to take the stuff in and then go over to Manga Decks, look it up, and just skip through them. Skip through the pictures. You don't have to read everything, you know, but like so much cool information. Great book. More Barnes & Noble stuff. The Complete Guide to Manga Composition. This is the stuff you want to study because it shows how like panels are laid out, how you should be drawing them. This is the guts of manga and why it like resonates so emotionally with people. So this is like the science to be studied. This is another great drawing book, Manga Drawing Deluxe. I love the colorful illustrations in here. But any of these books you can get at Barnes & Noble. Tuttle, I have no idea. Anyway, I have a bunch of them. I have way more. But they're cool. They're not just pictures of like manga characters and then you copy them. Like it goes in depth. So like definitely check them out. Bakuman. You have to read this and watch it. You've got to. If you haven't watched or read it and you're trying to make manga, you are so lucky. You're blessed because it's so good. The characters are great. The story's great. Everything about it's awesome. It's definitely one of my favorite manga ever. I've reread it. I can't even tell you how many times, but definitely check that out. Definitely pick it up. It goes through the entire process of manga making. I mean, if you want like a real look at how it's done, you should definitely get that. No questions asked. It must be. Out of everything on this list, Bakuman. So those are all things you can find at Barnes & Noble. So now we're going to go a bit deeper into stuff you'll have to order. Find yourself some Shonen Jump issues, definitely. Especially if you're going to be making manga. This is like the goal, right? I have a decent amount of them. So I believe there's 2 Hitepi Manga Kinkyujo books. I think that's how it's pronounced. Akira Toriyama did the first one. You can find that online. I'm not sure if it's totally translated. I have it somewhere and I can't find it, which I'm like freaking out about. But this is the Yusuke Murata one. So these are great. You have to figure out how to translate. I mean, an easy way to do it is just to get the Google app on your phone, hit the translate thing and hold it over it, take a picture and read what it says. And that's honestly, that's how I read a lot of my books. There's translators online and stuff. They're kind of a pain. These are obviously great because you can hear it from the artist like directly. You might have seen these on YouTube, but they're called Jump Ryu. I don't have any, but they're Jump issues that are basically like mangaka tutorials where it features the mangaka. There's Akira Toriyama. There's a ton of people that have done them, so definitely look those up. I don't have them, unfortunately. You always want to look up guidebooks and interview books as well. I have a few here. Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, and then Naoki Urasawa's official guidebook. It's basically like, it's taken from, I think, 10 plus hours of interviews or something. So, I mean, yeah, just use your phone and translate it while you read. And it's worth it. It's really great information. Basically, if you can find any mangaka's interviews or like an autobiography, definitely pick it up. Even if it's in Japanese, you just have to translate it, but whatever. This is by the guy who made Kamen Rider. Definitely check this out. Osamu Tezuka has one as well. A how to draw a manga book that I haven't gotten yet. But I do have the Osamu Tezuka story, which I got from the comic book store at Rowan, New Jersey, Glassboro, New Jersey, my favorite comic store. Yeah, this is a great book. Another great mangaka book, autobiography, is A Drifting Tale, A Drifting Life, where they talk about the creation of Gekiga, which is basically like, I think it came after Osamu Tezuka, and that like more, it's not childish manga, but it just got very like edgy and angry, which is A Drifting Life. This is a great book as well. There's so much good stuff. I mean, once you start going into this, it's pretty much never ending. It's weird because it's also limited. It's hard to find this information unless you're like hunting and searching stuff up in Japanese. Here's another guidebook. This is a Go Nagai. If you're not familiar with him, he might be the greatest of all time. Devilman. I don't know how you wouldn't be familiar with him if you're into manga. But just his mech stuff, everything is incredible. The designs are incredible. Really cool. He put out a whole series of basically like his life and how he created his manga. So I have yet to read all of it. I've read a good amount translating it, and you definitely want to find these. I found a crazy deal. This is one of my favorite mangas, Yoshi no Zuikara. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's only 3 volumes. It's a great slice of life manga about a mangaka that, like, I think he lives on a potato farm or something, and it's just about him going through his day-to-day, getting reference photos for his manga and stuff. Super cool. Another autobiography by the person who made Princess Jellyfish. This is a pretty neat one called Stupid Love Comedy, where the girl mangaka falls in love with her editor. I think I read the whole thing. I can't remember. But anything that like deals in the manga industry like at all, you definitely want to check out, especially if you're not from Japan. We were just talking about Go Nagai. I can't believe I forgot Ken Ishikawa, who's probably like my favorite art style, honestly. It was Go Nagai's assistant, and they have a pretty similar style, but yeah, tons of great series that he's made, has been involved with. This was a little pricey. And these are my prized possessions, the How to Draw Manga books. I have a good amount of them. There's a bunch more, but yeah, some of them are pretty expensive. I know this one, Creating Manga Stories, that was expensive, and I couldn't find any copies online. But I think you can read some of it online. A lot of these, like, people have archived. And if you don't want to spend money, go online and just hunt for interview after interview off of a ton of different manga artists. See if they have any. Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto. In these omnibuses, he put little stories about how he made his manga, and I think you can read them all online if you search it up. You always want to be on the lookout for manga about making manga or being a mangaka as well. And yeah, this is from the last 5 years of like intensely studying this stuff. I found a lot of these books. I'm sure I missed a ton, and I don't have a ton of Japanese stuff. So if anyone sees this and wants to make recommendations, please do, because I love checking out this stuff. Thanks a lot. Please follow me on my manga quest. If you didn't know, I make music under the name 444. I've released over 1,800 songs and over 100 albums. It's ridiculous. I put out a lot of music. It's fun to go through the discography. It's like all different genres. And yeah, you can find that at 444band.com. But I'm trying to make my own manga for the Silent Manga Audition by October. Follow me on my journey, please. Thank you. You also want to read one-shots online. Look up what one-shots inspired the series or like got the mangaka their series. Here's Hiro Mashima's Playground, which is a bunch of his one-shots. I have Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. Go online and read one-shots. But the most important thing to do is to read this stuff non-stop and just understand like the ebb and flow and how this stuff's made. I haven't made Jack yet. It was pretty hilarious. I'm sitting here giving advice, which is hilarious. But, you know, I'm getting a feel for it 100%. And what separates it from other forms of fiction and other forms of entertainment, it's its own thing. You definitely need to read as much as possible.